Hello, gamers and gamettes. What is going on? My name is Keysworn, and some of you may know me as Tanek127 Gaming, and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video, I want to talk to you about a special little gem, a special game that I've brought up here many times on the channel, and that is Towerborn. However, if you want to stay up to date on all things Towerborn, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you are new, and let's go ahead and get on into today's subject. So, I'm not going to make a drastically long video out and, and bore you to death and stuff like that. Hell, if you don't feel like watching this video, I even upload a YouTube short version of this just to summarize for you what Towerborn exactly is. Towerborn is an online action RPG exclusive right now to Xbox and the PC platform. But if you remember and you take a look at Microsoft's multi-platform approach, like for God's sakes, Gears of War is on PlayStation, there's rumors of Halo coming to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. I am a betting man that Towerborn is going to hit PlayStation and Switch sometime here in the near future. But yes, guys, like I was saying, this is Towerborn. Towerborn is an online action RPG developed by the developer Stoic, who are the guys who made the Banner Saga series. So these guys know RPGs. And Towerborn has a lot of MMO-like features and, different things that MMO players can come to appreciate, with also is taking a different approach at the action RPG genre, which I think is awesome. That's why when it comes to this game, I don't go and compare it to things like Path of Exile and Diablo and stuff like that. I would rather just compare it to an MMORPG, because at the end of the day, that's realistically how this game works. Now, when it comes to ARPGs and action RPGs and stuff like that, they all have their similar thing. You start a new character every season, you run their latest content and events, new season comes out, start the character over, and you do it. It kind of has like, this long-term roguelike kind of style to it, when it comes to a lot of ARPGs nowadays. That's one thing I really couldn't stand about, Diablo 4 or hell, even Path of Exile. I like the permanent progression. I don't like starting a new character every few months. So there really was not an action RPG out there for me. I wanted something that had, that kind of MMO grind where, I just continuously work on a new character. They constantly bring out new content, new gear for me to farm, new stuff for me to do. Well, that is 100% how Towerborn works, except it's, not classified as an MMO per se. But the game has online dungeons that you can do with your friends. It has multiplayer social hubs, bunches of players running around towns and the world map and stuff like that. There's plenty of MMO features in this game, but it just doesn't hold the title of MMORPG per se. But it's damn near close. All right, if they just simply like added, maybe raids to this game's like 8 or 12 player missions or something like that, I swear I'd pretty much classify it as an MMO, because this is an action RPG with MMO-like features that is pretty much doing things right and exactly how we want them done in the genre. Let me give you guys a few examples here. For example, one thing we've grown to love when it comes to MMOs, especially thanks to games like Black Desert, Terra Console, and other games like that, is we like really fun, action-packed combat. This game, Towerborn, has plenty of that. Guys, when you look at Towerborn, when I make an immediate comparison, I say it's got the combat of Streets of Rage, for those who don't know, that's an old 2D side-scroller beat-em-up game, and the charm of Torchlight. That's the best way I can describe Towerborn, whenever I break it down to people. But seriously though, what kind of better action combat can you get than, a nice punchy beat-em-up style system? You can't. That's the flashiest, button mashiest, spammy combo doing combat you can get. Tossing enemies up into the air, doing millions of hit combos on and stuff like that. It is amazing. The combat in Towerborn is lovely. Another thing that that we like, no pay to win. Towerborn has no pay to win whatsoever. It is a 100% monetized with strictly cosmetics. The only thing you can buy in this game, besides an early access pack, is cosmetic outfits. You literally just purchase them and you grind out the outfit pieces, and some of the outfits you can buy straight outright and just wear them. And best of all, they're not just stuck to one specific gear piece or whatever. Once you buy that cosmetic outfit, you can transmog it to anything you get in the game. It is a pretty awesome thing. I know some games, have like restrictions. You can only use them on certain characters and things like that. But no. Towerborn is really open with it. It has great character customization for a side scroll. I'm talking, you can make yourself a blue elf with long ears. Anything that your heart desires in the fantasy realm, you can create in Towerborn. That's right. This little side scroller game, the character creation in this game is flat out crazy. Another thing that you guys love and you want out of MMORPGs, tons of dungeons and lots of content to do. There is plenty of content in Towerborn. Its world map is expansive, and every single little octagon you see on that world map is a dungeon or a level for you to run, farm loot, fight bosses, and all kinds of different things. Tons of endgame content for you to do, just lots and lots of stuff to do. A nice, awesome gear grind that, just keeps progression slowly over time. And not to mention, the developers are open. They communicate with everyone. They have a Discord. I'll leave a link to that Discord down in the video description where you guys can check it out, learn more about the game. Or, just see how good they communicate with everybody. And best of all, they always are running different kinds of events, whether that's, holiday-based events, whether it's, events based on stuff in the game. They bring ones all the time into the social hub that'll have like different loot farming chases, little different things where you can grind the cosmetics in the game faster. Just all kinds of stuff you can do when it comes to Towerborn, and people are just sleeping on it. Like, don't get me wrong, the game has players, all right? There are players and people playing the hell out of this game. But for people, who want a good MMO and, a solid game to grind, there's just more people need to know about this game. Guys, I am telling y'all, if you are looking for a solid MMORPG, I know Towerborn is not 100% an MMO, but I'm telling y'all, try it, all right? If you tried the Chrono Odyssey beta recently, you were disappointed. You missed playing Terra console because, Terra's not popping off the way it used to. Skyforge is pretty much dead. Neverwinter's not cutting it. I'm telling you guys, give Towerborn a try, especially if you are on Xbox and PC. Especially if you're an Xbox Game Pass owner, you have nothing to lose because you can try it 100% free. And Towerborn is going to be free to play in the future. I'm telling you guys, all right? It's not an MMO per se, but it has the grind of one and 90% of the features. The only thing an MMO has that this game doesn't is raids, literally. And if they add that, I wouldn't even know what to classify it at that point. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Have you tried Towerborn yet? Are you thinking about giving it a shot? Did this video bring the game up to you? Let me know. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.